Primal Chaos.
Hey guys, Primal Chaos here. Welcome to the channel. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Enchroma Glasses. Enchroma makes corrective lenses and glasses for people with all kinds of color deficiencies. So if you're colorblind or you know someone who is, check out their website. And if you use the code CHAOS in checkout, CHAOS, you'll get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos at you. You know what? I haven't done any band-maid for a while and I thought it was long overdue. I noticed they released this, I think, a couple of weeks ago. But what's great about it is it's, you know, not only is it band-maid, and I know you guys love band-maid, but it seems like the video clip's animated as well, which is kind of cool. It'll be really interesting to see how they sort of, you know, what flavor of animation, you know, they use to sort of illustrate the music that is band-maid, right? Also, no real concept of what kind of song this is either, because band-maid jumps around in genres. So I'm really keen to see what they're going to pull out of there. So let's take a look. Band-maid, Unleash, here we go. Oh, straight out of the gate. Wow, looks amazing. This is so punk. That's cool. Dude, Lisa. Did you guys hear that? That little bass riff. Come on. Oh, I like how it jumped back into real life. That was really weird. So they cut to like realism again, and it's like a dreamscape, right? Because like they slowly start to introduce their performance in, which is weird because you're hearing like balls to the wall punk, and then they're sort of just slowly like looking around in a dreamlike state. It's just really, it's compelling because you just go, what's the story? And then slowly they start to introduce playing back into it, which is okay. See what I mean? Listen to that guitar picking. Wow, listen. That's fast, man. Wow, that's crazy. Hang on, I gotta jump back. There's so much dissonance in that guitar. That's so crazy. It sounds like they've got a harmonizer on the guitar just set to like random intervals and they're just like playing the riffs. Because there's so much dissonance there. It sounds really sort of it puts my teeth on edge, in kind of a good way. It's like, and put that next to Misa, who's, she's like I've mentioned before, she loves playing all the way across the neck, and she'll do things like, you'll often hear her, like, she's doing like she does a lot of octave sort of stuff way up high, which is super interesting. But you've got that sort of chaos of those slidey sort of notes, and then you've got this really fast sort of guitar riffery using notes that are kind of clashing. It sounds like you're spinning out of control, and it's one of those things that a lot of musicians wouldn't touch because it's terrifying to play things that don't sit in the key center, right? Because it sounds wrong. But when you're using it to your effect, you can totally get away with it. And it just sounds really eclectic and different and interesting and organic and textured. So much chaos in the sound. I love it. There's like a drone in there somewhere. That's really cool. Man, I wonder what it costs to get a video clip animated. I'm super impressed with that. That was really cool. Hang on, I'm just trying to find a cool thumbnail to sit on. Man, wow, that was really different. I don't know that I've been down a path with band-maid that was so punky. I've heard a lot of different sort of stylistic influences, and every time I've tried to pin them down, you guys will correct me in the comments and say, you don't understand. They're everything. Band-maid is a genre unto themselves. And that's really evident here because they just nailed that, man. That's just pure tour de force punk, sort of high tempo noise rock, right? And who knew that you could just pull that out of these girls? It's frightening how talented these guys are. Video clip was amazing. I really loved it. Obviously the animated component is great, and I love that they sort of pulled it back into the band. They played around with the concepts of that a little bit, and then you finish up with more animated sort of aesthetics as well, and beautifully done too. But what it serves to do is it immediately transported me back to my childhood watching like Japanese cartoons, like things like, or like Japanese inspired cartoons. Like, they always had really cool intro songs that were pretty heavy metal at the time. Things like Silverhawks and Mask, and I'm trying to think, like to a degree, Macross or Robotech. There was like the one, do you guys remember the show Gem? I don't know if many of you do, but I kind of got vibes from that, but more like Silverhawks, because they had like, I remember at least in the music, in the intro, there was definitely a scene of a guy flying through space playing electric guitar, and that I kind of got that vibe here. And I know that there's a lot of, in Japan, like one of my friends plays a lot of Japanese rhythm games on his phone, and there's a lot of sort of like content based around bands or like groups, boy bands, girl bands, groups, bands like Band-maid as well, in an anime style where everybody in the band fits an aesthetic and things like that. And it seems like that's a bit of a culture in Japan. But these guys really do stand out. They really do. As different as they are from everyone else, you know, everybody from Japan seems different. Everybody's got an angle. Everybody's got something going on. But these guys just stand out from the crowd from just being purely eclectic in their vision about the music that they're producing, but also their talent as well. And again, you know, everybody who watches the channel knows that I'm a fan of Guitaric Spin, who's, you know, equally as chaotic and stuff like that. But I just wasn't expecting this kind of brash, high tempo, punky sort of element to come out of these guys. And I'm really impressed. You know, that was a fantastic one. I'm glad I did this one. I'll leave it at that. I've been trying to sort of make my reactions a little bit more concise, to pull them under the 30-minute mark if possible. So yeah, I don't think there's much more to add except that was just a great experience. I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you do feel like I've brightened your day at all, feel free to support the channel just by buying me a coffee. I'll leave a link in the description. That'd be great. Also, you can just hit the heart under the video that says thanks. That's a way you can support creators from within YouTube without actually leaving the app. And, you know, one thing I'm really trying to do here is to grow this community. As I said earlier, I've got the Discord now. I'm trying to bring people together. And the best way to stay across that is to just hit subscribe and hit the bell. And, you know, whenever something pops up that you like the looks of, just give it a watch. Appreciate that. Thanks again, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Hey guys, this video is made possible by Enchroma. 1 in 6 guys and 1 in 200 women are colorblind, and if that happens to be you, there's something you can do about it. Click the link in the description, it'll take you to Enchroma's website where you can get a free eye test. And while you're there, maybe pick up some corrective lenses. They've got styles to suit everybody and a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you got really nothing to lose. And while you're there, use the code CHAOS in checkout to get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you.